Hello, my name is Julia, and this is Space Daily News channel. In 1970, Japan began to develop its own light rocket, N1. But since Japan did not have its own developments in the manufacture of liquid rocket engines at that time, the rocket was created on the basis of the American Delta rocket. The first launch of the N1 launch vehicle took place only in 1975. But 6 years later, a new, more powerful version of the N2 rocket made its debut. And the first Japanese-made liquid-fuel rocket was the H-2 rocket, the first successful launch of which was made in 1994. During the next 4 years, the Japanese domestic rocket 5 times launched payloads into different orbits, until the Japanese-made rocket program suffered 2 consecutive failures in 1998 and 1999. Reliability is important to a rocket as its performance. A launch success rate of 95% is considered adequate, but the 2 failures reduced the H-2 rocket's success rate to 71%. After the accident, extensive research was conducted, including searching for and retrieving the failed LE-7 rocket engines from a sea floor from a depth of about 3,000 meters, and non-destructive and destructive testing of the engine was also conducted. The Japanese Aerospace Exploration Agency has to cancel the next launch of the H-2 rocket and focus on developing a new version of the H-IIA rocket, which was equipped with improved LE-7A engines. The first test launch of the H-IIA launch vehicle was made in 2001, and so far the reliability rate of this rocket is 95%. Today, the H-IIA and H-2B rockets are manufactured in this huge plant of Mitsubishi Heavy Industries. In order to withstand the harsh conditions of open space, the body material is cut in a special way to form an isogrid structure. Choosing the right material is an extremely important aspect of rocket manufacturing. For the H-IIA and H-2B rockets, thin aluminum or titanium sheets of only 1.8 cm thick are used. All elements of the body are hermetically welded together. The rocket engines are also manufactured here. The engines of the H-IIA and H-2B rockets run on liquid hydrogen and liquid oxygen and have the option of increasing thrust. After the payload is integrated, the rocket is stowed in a specialized container for transport by sea. After that, the rocket still has to be transported on a huge heavy-duty truck to finally be delivered to the launch site. Here the rocket is mounted vertically and positioned on the launch pad or in a specialized building. Technicians check the functionality of all systems of the rocket as well as the correctness of its configuration. The final stage is the refueling of the rocket's fuel tanks with liquid hydrogen and oxygen. The H-IIA rocket is 48 meters high, 4 meters in diameter, and has a launch mass of 330 tons. Usually launched from Tanegashima Space Center, this series of rockets can launch up to 10 tons of payload to low Earth orbit and up to 4 tons of payload to geostationary orbit. And in the H-2B configuration, the rocket has a diameter of 5.2 meters and can launch up to 8 tons of payload to geostationary orbit. This year, Japan successfully launched the X-RISM X-ray telescope using an H-IIA rocket. The launch was the 46th successful launch of the H-IIA rocket. Space Daily News, like, share, and subscribe.